Hey, what's up, guys? So, I'm a lifelong Los Angeles native, and these wildfires were really bad. The worst I've ever seen in my life, but I'm only 25, so I haven't really seen like terrible wildfires. Apparently, there was really bad ones in 93 that also burned down Altadena. But these wildfires were pretty bad, at least as far as the damage that it did to structures. I heard like 10,000 structures were destroyed, so my aunt and my uncles was one of them, so they're gonna have to rebuild. Luckily, my uncle's a contractor, so he's actually in a pretty good spot. A lot better than a lot of other people, but the insurance is gonna be a nightmare. So I was really mourning for my city. Decent amount of people died. North of 20 now. They said like over 20 people have died, but they're going through the rubbles now, and they'll see. It's gonna be a lot. So I've just been really sad about that. But I think it made national headlines, national, international headlines. It was a really big deal. A lot of people were hitting me up. Friends that I had that like live in Europe were all asking me if I was okay. And of course, it's good. My aunt and my uncle are still alive. So that was really nice. But there's been a lot of discourse on Twitter. That's the one I was using. I had to like re-download Twitter just to go through everything, unfortunately. The Elon Musk app. But I had to re-download it, and the discourse around it, like the conspiracy theories, I really was upset about. The fact that a lot of people were saying that it was arson, and they're doing the investigation now, but people were calling arson without any proof. I won't lie, I think that maybe a couple of those fires were arson, but the truth is, you really can blame climate change for a lot of these. It's really bad how dry the conditions are, and how many people are just saying that it was arson when these strong winds in this very dry condition. I heard that like the rocks getting thrown up against each other by the wind and downed electrical poles, that was definitely what caused it in Altadena, at least. So I really don't believe that it was arson for all of these, and all this misinformation with no proof. I think it was really I don't want to get too into conspiracy theories, but I think these are being pushed by a lot of police departments in order to justify their budgets. I think that it's true. Los Angeles did cut the budget to LAFD, but there's other firefighting agencies, not just LAFD, that also, like, it was in their jurisdiction. So, like, I think Pasadena has their own fire department. I don't know if Altadena has their own fire department, or if it's just the LA County Fire, but it is true that LAFD got their budget cut. And I know this from firsthand. LAFD, they thought that they were going to have 2 hiring cycles. I applied to 1. And I thought there was going to be a second hiring cycle in 2024, but they didn't. So, because of the budget cuts, they didn't have all those positions. And so I saw firsthand that LAFD is not hiring as much as they want to, or at least they wanted to, because of the budget. So that part is definitely true, and there's liberals that are saying that LAFD actually got an increase in their budget. I don't believe that at all. So there's a lot of misinformation going around about the Los Angeles wildfires, and I think it's very distracting. I think it really just takes away a lot from what's actually going on. So I'm recording this on January 16th. It looks like they got a really good hold on the wildfires now, but the dry conditions are still here. It hasn't rained. It's rained like a quarter of an inch in the past 8 months. So, I mean, we're talking about really dry vegetations, and we had a really strong wind or rain last year. Around this time last year, it was just raining every day. So there's a lot of vegetation, and now it's really dry. So I'm not surprised at all. And I think there will be more fires, but I think we're going to be better prepared than we were. I won't lie, I did panic for a day. I think on the 6th, actually, when I was doing all this lifting. Maybe I was on the 7th. I did, start to think it was, end of days. But luckily, they were able to get a really good hold of it, and the winds died down a lot. So, I'm thankful for that. But they'll see what the cause of all these fires were later. But yeah, that's kind of all. See you guys later.